The fourth step in Sacred Pace is really my favorite. It's called getting neutral. It's a phrase that I coined along the way. I don't know how and when, except it was a long time ago. I didn't even have that phrase when he first taught me to get neutral. It was when I started Texon and he convicted me that 40 hours a week, maximum, with my own money and having no sales goals. I didn't know I was developing, or he was developing in me, teachable steps, that the fourth step is the most important. It's getting neutral. It's genuinely wanting his will more than my will in my heart. And if it's only in my head, like, sure, I want to do the Lord's will. Well, easy said, hard to do. But the bottom line is you end up having to give up your will. You end up having to die to self. So it is painful. It is not easy, and it does take time, but it is such a blessing when you finally do get neutral through the prayer process and consulting Jesus and gathering the facts and watching for circumstances. And once you finally get to where you want his will more than yours, he gives me a peace in my gut. And it's physical, it's tangible. I hope it's teachable and trainable. That's why it's called to write this book. But it is all-knowing. And therefore, the courage and the confidence I then have to implement his will, which comes from the fact that he knows best, he sees the future, and he loves me and my family and the people I work with way, way, way more than I ever can. So it's not easy, but you know when you finally are willing to do his will, even though you don't know what it, the crazy part is you don't know what it's going to be. Once you finally have died to self, you're going, okay, you know everything. You love me an amazing amount, so let's go with it. And I've never been disappointed. I've been disappointed that I've never been able to get neutral at times. I've been disappointed that I forgot to get neutral, but he's never disappointed me if I do my part and go through these steps and get to where I want his will more than my own. And he's also given me a real locked-in consternation to not go forward with the deal too, which is just as much of a blessing as to say, go this way. All I knew in that example was just don't do that. I'm not telling you what else to do, but don't do that. And so also people say, well, golly, what if I don't have time? You know, because it takes me weeks on my big decisions. So that consternation one was, I don't think I had enough time to die to self to know what he wanted me to do next, but he would bless me with knowing the morning I had to decide. He blessed me with consternation, knowing I was not supposed to do that. Before I was a Christian, and then my crisis of my burnout and all that, and what he's done to me and through me and taught me over these 30 plus years is nothing short of a miracle. And I just want to share those with y'all.